Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. Yes, it is Sunday, and it's a happy day. Oh, I don't know. I feel like a little out of it. Not quite. I did sleep pretty good though, so I don't know. It's just one of those mornings, right? But that's okay. Homeless, yes, you are first, and it's awesome. Setting up for Homeless Junior's B Day. Happy birthday to Homeless Junior. All right, let's get some music going. That is loud on me. There. All right. Game wise. Yesterday, Jeepin and I spent a little bit of time on Mecha Chameleon, right? And we downloaded some other maps, figured out how they work, and it's pretty nice because you don't have to already have a map downloaded. So let's say, I don't know, the Tiny Tina one, right? If we start playing, we want to use the Tiny Tina map, it will, because it's a mod, it will automatically let everybody download it, right? It'll tell them, like, it'll have a little pop-up, you click it, you go over, and it opens up a Steam page, and you can just subscribe to the map, and then you automatically, like, you get it real fast. And I heard the Sophie treat. You are the first one of the day with that, Homeless. There we are. There. But we played like three or four maps yesterday, and it was a lot of fun. We did a Minecraft one. We did a Tiny Tina one. There was a Viking dinner one, and the police station, like the jail, right? So we did that one, and that was pretty neat. So yeah, we are all ready for the next time that Jeepin does Mecha Chameleon for streaming, so, or just in general gameplay. And Homeless, her birthday is it's on July 4th, so you have to do it early because, well, everyone's usually busy that day. True. I was supposed to be on July 4th, but I ended up like 2 weeks late. The game is so much fun. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, and like I said, we downloaded new maps. We tested them out. They are definitely, some of them are pretty big, and it's for, multiple people. So we're looking forward to it. Yep. All right. So I did spend some time trying to figure out icons, right? I'm probably going to stick with these ones. But I was just struggling trying to find some. I did find a whole bunch that I liked, but being on sale, it automatically dropped them below $1, and you can't buy anything below $1 on itch. So I don't know. I couldn't get them. There was a pack of like 700 something for like $40, but I didn't feel like spending $40. So I'm probably just going to use these for now. And if you want to see them, you can join the web whiteboard and scroll on over and check them out. And outside of that, I still need to get into the modern storytelling kit, right? And figure out how this is working to try to help with organizing the stories that I've been writing, right? I have notebooks full of stories. It would be nice if I finished the book too, but you know, it'd be like a 20-year book in the working. But yeah. So I want to get into this and try to learn it, work through it. And then I was checking out Troll Grid, which is a tabletop virtual system, right? And I thought this was kind of neat for playing like campaigns, because I think it'd be fun to get to like a virtual game of D&D. So going with a bunch of different people. All right. Outside of that, I don't really have any major news like game stuff from yesterday. Did anybody play any other games or anything exciting yesterday? I don't have a whole lot. So I think we'll just go ahead and roll on in. Oh, I was already in it. I wasn't even in my just chatting. Wasn't even paying attention. All right. So this is what I started doing, right? These were two of the icons that I had before. They are, even though they are 64 by 64, they are pretty detailed. This is the 30s, right? These are the 32s. And I'm trying to decide between them. But I feel like, I don't know. It may just be fine, right? Like I said, there are ones that I really like. But I don't know. I just couldn't. One of the packs like I said, I couldn't get before it. So I don't know. I do have a bunch of icon stuff still to go through and try to figure it out. So hold on, let me open up another thing here. I have a bunch of stuff for like 16s, and I think that's what this is. Yeah, those are just items. Now this is the 16 pixel ones are things that I want to use for in your backpack, right? So I've been trying to figure out those a little more. Like I like these apples a little better, so I am trying to figure out some food ones. I do have a bunch of food. Let me think where I have it. Is it under this one? Yeah. All right, so these are currently what I have. They're a little pixelated because they were not originally that size. Same thing with these potions and the gems and the coin, right? I am using these ones currently, and I really like them. I think it was just a better use of a coin. But yeah, I need to swap out some of these images with stuff that is designed for 16 pixels, because that's the size of your the bag slot. And I think let me open this up real fast. Okay, so these are, what's this one? All right, that's going to probably be the stuff that I use for it. Maybe. I don't know if that's really what I like. I have a wide variety of stuff. Let's look through here and pull up, how about just a pumpkin? So this is the pumpkin. The difference between them, right? I think that would look nicer. So I think we'll actually, let's just test it, right? Let's take it out of here. Let's come in here, find pumpkin, edit. There. All right, let's run the game, go in and see if we can't, oh, well, actually, let's cheat just a tiny bit. Item data, we got to go all the way to the bottom here. Let me turn on. So I need to, we're just going to put it in the backpack, right? Global dot inventory dot pumpkin. There. So now they'll start with an apple and a pumpkin, and we'll check it out. Wait for the game here to get started. Are we struggling a little this morning, GameMaker? There we go. All right. So if we hit I, we have that. Did I miscalculate things? That is a 16 by 16 for the pumpkin. But there's a lot of space around it. Which is fine. But like, let's check it out for a minute. And Trisp, thank you for the lurk. I appreciate it. All right, let's actually before we do that, let's go into inventory. Let's open the sprite for inventory. Edit. Yeah, you know what? I think I was looking at something wrong. So I think that's a 32 by 32. All right, well, that gives me some new ideas, and I don't have to try to fit things into a 16 pixel space. I can do some 32s for icons, or I mean for like items and everything else in here too. All right, that'll be cool. Well, we're going to try to get another skill to work. So we're going to start it again real quick. I want to make sure that it's in there and I didn't forget to transfer it. All right. So if we hit K. All right, we have 1, 2, 3. So we're going to try to work on these two, the strategist and the restoration. We're going to make them so they work. We want to change this out. So these are not 32 or 64s. We want them to be 32s. I think those are big. That's all. All right, let's go ahead and close that. Find my skill tree. Which one was it? It was restoration and well, let's do restoration first. Well, how do I want to do this? This is probably going to be a an if statement. If check restoration heal. Yeah. And then we'll make a global like flow, flow yellow max, and global flow green max. So we're gonna say like if the global.flow is greater than the yellow max, but less than the flow green max, which puts you in the green zone, it'll heal you by a restoration like heal percent, right? And then we have a couple things probably that I'll have to do in like the battle player stuff. And all right, well, let's try to make that, right? So we'll separate that out. I'm just going to write it, but I think what we need, I don't know if this will work, right? What did I say it was? Check, restoration, heal. Let's do HP. HP total. If global skill restoration turn HP. All right, so we still need our. This is now we're gonna do our another if statement, but it's gonna be global flow greater than or equal to, no, just greater than. Let's do flow yellow max. Whoops. And global flow less than or equal to the green zone, right? So the flow green max. And then it heals, variable heal our round, and it's going to be HP total. HP total. Do I not have this one made already? It's fine. So I don't. Restoration heal percent. All right, so now I'm going to take this. Oops, macros. We can put that maybe just right up here. And we do macro restoration percent 5. Maybe it's 0.5. .5. All right. So now we go back into here. There we are. After that, we want a return our minimum of HP plus heal. HP total. There we are. And then let's see. This one is for this. And that one is for there. But in here, we want the return of HP. Okay. Well, next, let's go to battle player. Right. I need to find battle manager turnover. All right, let's think this through. We have it. All right, let's try it here. Data HP equals our check. Restoration heal. Why do I feel like No, it should be fine. That should be fine, right? Check resolution heal data.hp data.hp total. And we want object battle manager turnover. Nope. That should be this. There we are. Okay. And then I want to do the same, almost exact same thing, except over in Tavian. So, Tavian. I'm trying to think. I know I put it in here. What did I call it? I'm looking for like turnover. I guess we'll just search. I want it to be turn over function. There we are. So HP equals, we're going to do our check, restoration, heal, HP max. Then I just need to say object. Oops. Battle manager dot turnover. All right, that should work. Okay. Yeah. Oh, and I think I made a mistake. All right, so restoration is the one we were working on. I'm going to hit P to increase it all the way to I think I need more XP. So let's close that for a minute. Player. Oh, that's battle player. Where do I have them all? All down here somewhere. So that's just saying what it is. Let's find right here. Add XP 515. We'll say 515 for level 3. But we're going to change that and make it like 1,000. So now when we hit P, it'll just automatically give us 1,000 XP. And really, at that point, I think it should take us into 5. Maybe 4. All right. All right. It did. It took us all, well, barely. We just made it into level 4. So now I have 3 points to spend. We're going to do this one. We'll do this one. And this one. This one's not doing anything. This one is what we're trying to figure out. Right? So now we'll hit this. Or not. Okay, we hit a error. And it is not set OP. Well, I'm not. All right, hold on. Let's. It comes out of the skill node. I think the problem is we connected them. So if we think about, let me think about this. We're going here, health boost to here, but there's like one below it too. It's partly because I don't have it set up. Let's think about that. Why? So node strategist. I think I need them reversed. No, I don't. I just need to go in and maybe tell it that it does not need a prereq. Sure. That should work, right? Node restoration. Let's make it so it has no prereq. Let's run it again. And let's see if it works. All right. So now, when we hit this, we hit level 4. I'm in here. We'll use that one. And that one. And that did freeze it. Is it the same thing? Yes. So this uses that. What did I call it? in the key name. Restoration. Well, I don't see anything there. Okay, that is correct. Well, this isn't seen. Well, it says it. It sees it. What was the other one? Oh, battle player is where I put some of that. Right here. Okay. I don't know. So the error fires when we activate the skill, right? Yeah, so variable object unknown, not set before reading it, object skill tree. So it sees that, and that's kind of where it's having the issue. But then this is the hard part when you start to get into stuff that you didn't write, because the skill tree was made by Brent. So I don't even, like, I don't really know what's in it. All right, well, let's open up. We can close that one. We can close this one. Close our macro. And it's only, we're going to try something out. We're going to do two other ones, and I think they work fine. So we're going to check two other skills. And then kind of go from there. All right, we can do this one. And that worked. And we'll do that one. This one should not have anything, but it's this one that is currently causing the problem. Well, let's try it. We're going to hit it again. And it's going to freeze the game. Yep. So it is still, it's the same error. All right. Let me see. This is my node, right? The function object skill tree here, where Nancy. Let me find the others and see, because maybe I didn't define the new one in here. Well, there's this. Ouch. All right, let's do level 1. VB. Oh. So object skill tree test and test. That's it. What is it called? It is easy skill tree here. Documents. All right. Let's look at this for a minute here. So we have rank and order, and we turned off the connections, right? So they weren't prerequisite for anything. Oh, okay. I think I see my problem. All right. Let me minimize this. We're going to rewrite this. I need it to be in a certain order, more like this, right? Because it's looking for OP here, which is here, but not in here. Okay, I got it. So we're gonna get rid of this. And we're going to set OP set. Context global. Our path is skill restoration. And our value is true. That should be okay. But now I'm trying to think about the battle player and Tavian. Because I added code in here, right here. Oh, I already have a turnover. Okay, so in battle player, oh. Let me think through this through. If our light attack, no. Battle player, light attack. Big damage, our player attack would be here. Yep. And then our damage multiplier, we need another damage check. Damage. This. We want our check. I was going to write strategist, which is the skill right before this. It's not required yet for it, but I think I can put that in there. Well, no. I think we're going to take this out. I just want to run it. See what kind of bugs we get. Let's just click it. All right, so it says I have these two. Okay. What happens if I go fight? All right, so we took some damage. Our first one is a tutorial. Damage again with end our turn. There, now we're in the green. If I end my turn, I'm in the green. I'm at 62 out of 65. I don't think it worked. End turn. Was at 59. 56. Okay, so it's not working correctly. Well, I don't know. We have battle player. It should heal me if I leave, like, end my turn in the green. Just trying to think about this. So we have it so the skill acts like it is being applied, but let me check something out. Because ending turn isn't doing anything. It's not healing. I'm at 53. I took 3 damage. I'm at 50. If we run, I'm at 50. All right. And we'll try again. All right, we're gonna find a combat that has a couple different enemies in it. There we go. There. All right, so now we're in the green. And ouch. Get my desk here fixed up a little bit. Okay, much better. So what's currently happening is leaving the turn leaving turn is not. Wait, so if we leave the turn here, like here, and we're in the green, we're at 45. We're gonna take 3, so 6 points of damage. That brings us down to 39. So there was no healing done at that point, right? So leaving the turn in the green is not healing by 5%. Right? I'm still in the green. 39. Yeah. I wasn't paying much attention, but ads just went off. So I'm gonna take a B rate back during the ad break, and I will see everybody in just a few moments. Get up, stretch, do what you need to, grab some coffee, and we'll get back to it. Okay, I'm back. I had to get more coffee myself. I had to uncover Arwen. You can now maybe hear. I had to take a bio break. It's just a little bit longer than the 3 minutes. Okay. So we're currently trying to fix a couple things, right? So what we're trying to fix is our ability to use a skill in here, right? So when we leave and turn in the green, it should be healing us by 5%. And it's not. So battle player, we're going to go back here and try to edit this up. Okay, so if instance attacks global here, we have get flow, attack damage, this is where we're gonna try putting that data check. Fix my camera here. All right, close enough. Data.hp equals our check, restoration, heal. Let's do data.hp, data.hp total. All right. Let's try it. Kelvar, good morning. When code does not work as expected, how often do you set breakpoints on where the code should be executing and checking values? Well, I am not very good at that. That's probably a good point. I should probably do that a little more than I do. Brent, welcome in with a Sophie treat. And did you beat Panuch? Yes. Panuch has not been in yet today. All right, let's do a Sophie cam. Sit. There you are. All right. Yeah. All right, let's give myself this. Let's come in here and try to get this to work. Kelvar, sometimes the only way to solve logic, true. All right, so we gave ourselves this one. Now we're gonna go fight and see if it works. And outside of, let me get out of that. So I took some damage. We need to attack. Heavy attack. Let me attack light again into the green. I'm at 53. All right. So I'm going to end turn. And I took 2. I'm at 51. So there was no healing done at the end of that. Yeah. Well, I mean, you're a little more precise than I am. All right. Well, it's not working. It's not working. Right. So the issue is like, the skill is meant to make it. The skill is meant to make it so that if you are in the green on focus, right, and you end your turn, it heals you by like 5%, right? Yeah. And it's currently not working. That's all. Well, here's what and maybe also this. You can take a look at, like, that's not it. That's the normal skill tree. This is my skill tree here. I've been working on trying it a couple different ways to get it to work. But it's not quite at this moment. I'm trying to make it so that when it does it with turnover, right? And I think maybe I need to move it. As well. So here's my turnover code. I think if I edit this, I bet I can get it to work. Right, so let's break this up so we can see it a little better. I think if we add in a variable for like current in we'll make it our participants, and that's an array. Then we say if our instance exists of current, maybe current object. It's the same as battle object or battle player. Yeah. You would imagine when you select end turn, it would check if the global restoration or whatever the variable was called is set to true. Yeah. And right here, it's called turnover. So you're turning your turnover. All right, I think we could do this here, right? So we'll call it current participants, and then we'll say if the instance of that exists, current. Then current dot object index save as object battle player. We want maybe check our current HP and check restoration heal. It should be current data HP and current data HP total. Yeah. It would help if I spell stuff right. And what else am I missing here? Oh, that should be hot data. All right. Else, if our current object index with our battle Tavian, and we're going to do the same, almost the same sort of check with the companion. This is what I have in my head, and so I want to run it through with this first. And then we'll try it out. Okay. Let's try it. And then we'll redo it. I think this is going to be my thing for today, like figuring this out. I've yet to do it. I've tried it now like 5 different ways, I think. I'm on number maybe 6 now. Just can't seem to get it to work. My mind is a little discombobulated today, apparently. All right, come on, camera. All right, so tutorials first. Done. Attack, heavy. Get ourselves to the green. So now we're in the green. We've taken some damage. We'll end turn. We're at 53. Right? And that did not do well. So oh, all right. this should be these, not... That should have been a dot between data and HP, not a underscore. Yeah. Okay. Let's try it again. Anyways, while I sit here and contemplate my life's decisions on this code, what's everybody up to? It's a Sunday for most. Brent's sad to say, I think it's already a Monday for you. Yep. All right. Yeah, you gotta go to bed very soon. So you were AFK for a sec. Did it work? No. I am questioning my life's decisions right now on this code, but it has not worked yet. I made a mistake in. Oh, by the way, Brent, have you seen the tutorial? Side note here, this is the tutorial. Shows up on the very first battle, right? So now, when you do this, it shows you the character panel. You hit space, it shows you the up and coming. Talks about the action panel over here, the battle focus, and then it just says good luck, and that's it. Yep. And Kelvar, you are revisiting Unity ECS dots. You want to use it for games to refreshing your memory. If you know what ECS means. I do not. And Jeepin, good morning. All right. Anyways, Brent, that was the tutorial. It's real simple, but it took me like a week to get it done. It is just right now, just on the battle. Do I want help? I mean, so one of the things I noticed was I had stuff misspelled, and instead of a dot between current and data, I had an underscore. So I fixed that. So we're about to test it. I'm in the green now. I'm going to end turn. We're at 53. And that also did not work. That's okay. So different error now. I'm all right, Brent. I know you need to get to sleep. I'm just kind of putzing with it. If I can't get it soon, I'm going to switch over to working on some other stuff anyways. The first thing you would do is put a check in end turn to see if the focus is in green. Put a breakpoint in there to see if it reaches the right place first. Okay. All right. Let's get rid of that. So, yeah. Let's check restoration heal. Do I have that function set up correctly? Well, I don't know. All right, we have it in Tavian Battle Manager. I don't know. I need to probably back it over because I have stuff here. I did stuff here. Battle. Well, that's just, yeah, in Tavian here. So in here, what did I add it in here? It was also in turnover. Oh, and I duplicated this. And this should not be here. All right. Yeah, I think so. I was trying to edit them and put them into ones that already exist, but you're probably right. Maybe just a clean function with it might be best. Yeah. It'll be used for a lot of things, probably. So, considering it's a core part of your battle, I would say you'd be shooting yourself in the foot to not have that function. Wait, what? Oh, I see. Return a function to return the status of the battle. Oops, Jesus. Battle. Focus. My chair got stuck under my desk a little bit. All right. I'm gonna take a break on it and do some other stuff. I've been putzing with it for about an hour and a half. I think I have to clean it. I think I've undone everything that I was doing. And so now, except for right here. But I think we're just going to work on some other stuff. Yeah. Some mornings, my head is just not all here. That's all. Mental, welcome in. I hope my stream is going well. Yeah, my stream's going well. It is. Is my code going well? Well, that's not quite. But the stream's going well. Hydrate. All right, let me put my coffee down. I have water. Thank you. I appreciate that. Streamers, we always forget to drink. Right? So, it's helpful. It is. All right. And I think I have this set up correctly. Yeah. All right, we're just going to take a break off of working on the skill stuff and or at least the skill code, and work on a couple other little things, such as back to our web whiteboard here, right? You can join the web whiteboard. Come in, draw, do kind of what you want in here. You can say hi. You can do all kinds of stuff, right? Or you can come down here and help with the skill design itself, Brent, yes, it is late for you. You're going to deck out for the night. If you're unable to get it working, let you know on Discord and we can fix it during the week. Yeah, I'll probably putz with it later, you know. So we'll see. I'm sure it's probably something some silly little thing that I'm missing, right? Because I've been mistyping stuff all morning. So, you know. But that's it. So, anyways, I appreciate you being here, Brent. And yeah, get some sleep. So, skill icons. This is the set of icons that I am currently looking at using. Right? And I think it's going to be a little better. They're 32 by 32 versus using a bigger size. With that, that is a pumpkin. Don't say it's a pumpkin. I was looking at, before we get to the skill one, I was looking at redoing my food, trying to make it a little nicer. So, yep. These are all my other foods. Here's that one. All right. This is currently what I have for the health, right? That is a 64 by 64. It is very shaded, very nice. There is concern that it does not match the game very well. And by that, if we open the game, as soon as OBS here sees it, give myself some experience there, we come in here. These are 64 by 64, right? I need to give one of these a 32 so that I can see the difference. So let me see if I can do that manually now. And we can check out the difference between them. So let me close that. What do we want to do? I need a new... Hold on, where are they? No. Here we go. So, restoration. What would be a good one for that? Something that heals you when you leave focus. It's not like just adding HP to. Here. This one might work. All right, we'll come back over here. We'll put it down in here. And then we'll come into here. SPR. We'll just call it that. There. So now we created that. We can go into our skill tree and tell it right here. And we'll just call it restoration. Yep. All right, let's see if that shows up okay, or if I really have to go in and edit the skill tree and tell it it has to be a different size. There we are. I did not center that, so let's figure that out. Hold on. It ended up in the wrong spot. Sprites. There. All right. I need the origin point to be middle center. Now we'll try it again. Anyways, tomorrow, I am going to stream. It'll be a little bit shorter, not by a whole lot, but it'll be a little shorter. It has been apparent that most Mondays now I do have work stuff to do, so I've been adding hours on my Mondays, and this Monday's no different. So. It is lots of fun. Projects, meetings, you know. All right. I think that looks pretty good. Let's take a 32 and redo this one and that one, and let's see what it looks like as 32s. So in here we have this as a 64 by 64. We're going to take that out. We're going to make this a 32 by 32. We're coming in here. I kind of like this one for 32 by 32, so that's what we're going to take. Like that. And then our dancing blade. I think I like this one for that. There. All right. That should be good. So let's start up the skill tree and go from there. Now, in the meantime, today, Jeep and I are putting together our new grill. Then she's going to be streaming today. And the fun part of today is later this evening, we are going to a speakeasy. It's a bar that was built during the Prohibition, where like liquor sales and all that stuff in bars couldn't exist. So it's hidden. You got to go into a store. You have to tell them a passcode. They will take you to the back walk-in cooler. They open the cooler, you go in, and then turn a corner inside it, and you go down a set of stairs, and there's the bar. So it's a lot. It looks like it'll be a lot of fun. I haven't been to it yet. All right, I think those are looking pretty good. Yeah. So yeah, we're looking forward to that. That's gonna be fun. We'll leave. We'll go somewhere for dinner, and then go visit this bar. Check it out. Tell them the secret passcode. Which, by the way, to get the code, you have to go to the website now of the bar, and then it emails you the password. And I think that's pretty neat. All right, so those look. Don't get caught. I know. Shh. Don't be suspicious. There's always trouble where moonshine is concerned. True. I mean, they have like all their normal stuff, right? They have all kinds of drinks. They got a huge menu now because you can see it. But yeah, it'll be cool, right? Little speakeasy, hidden bar. It's just neat stuff. And apparently, there's like 3 of them in still here, so we're gonna go to this one first and then try to find the other ones and go to those. Not tonight, but some other time. All right. Let's open this. So currently I have 1, 2, 3, 4 of these out or ready. I think what could happen is these little circles are meant to mean that these can be leveled up. Yep. So you can put like more points into it. And above Dancing Blades, I have the next one is an Elemental Strike. Applies an elemental property to your attacks, right? But before we do that, I'm going to switch gears for just a little bit. I think we're going to work on adding a different type of weapon. Just random stuff. I see it when it rains. I'm thinking about trying to make it so that the NPCs hide, right? They don't want to be walking around outside. It's raining. So, and I need to make one for here still. And I was working on this section over there. Yeah. But it's all coming together. So we're going to make a new sword. So I need sprites. Let's make a new group, call it weapons. These are 16. It does not need to be 16. It can be a 32. So let me see, what do I have here in 32s? This was the hard part. I spent time yesterday trying to figure these out, right? Okay, where did I put this stuff? These are 16s. I had to move the 32 somewhere. Exactly, Arwen. Where did I put that? Icon. Maybe it's in here. Let's see. No, these are like 24. Icon. Is this more icons? These are just icon packs. Well, that's this. Let's just see if there's a oh, we have some weapons in here. All right, we'll use this. Let's see. How about this one? Right. So now we'll take it, bring it over here, create a sprite for it. We'll just call it sword 2. Make it 32. There. Let's go into item data. So we have sheep. These are quest items. This is just going to be a normal item, but I have food, potions, items. I want this to be like that. What do we want to call it? Sword level 2. It's fine. New item. Oops. Item data. Just call it that. So we have sword level 2, sword level 2, SBR sword Level 2. O2. O2. This one is 0. And then what do we want to call it? A sharpened sword for now, right? Pause. Okay. What am I missing? New data, item data, sword. Level 2 here. What? All right. So key name, the key, the name, the sprite, item cost. We're going to set it higher. And this is where a good example of where AI could be helpful is trying to identify the balance of the currency in the game. I may end up trying to see what it thinks about it at some point. Maybe. All right, we have new weapon, sword. Okay. Let's just start the game with it and let's see what it looks like. Inventory, add item, global inventory dot sword. Well, rat tail, rat tail. It should not need to be capital. Sword level 2. Why is it capital? Why does that need to be like that? I messed it up. So the first one is the key. Well, let me save it. You can also use AI to help track down errors and bugs. True. I never really thought about using it for that. Yeah, I don't want, and we talked a little bit about this yesterday, right? I don't want to use AI to help write my code until I feel I know how to write the code well enough that I could be able to check what it does. Because if I let AI just start writing stuff, I'm going to have no idea about any of it. I'm going to be like, I don't know. Right? I say that now about my code. And I'm like, just like this, right? I just wrote this. And I'm like, I don't understand what it's doing. Oh, and I just figured out why I was doing that right here. Why? It's just, all right. So that is, yeah. Okay. That looked like it was wrong for a minute. But I've never thought about it for asking it to try to help me. Although if I give it an error, it's not going to have any of the code or objects or any of that stuff to go and check to find out what it is. It'll probably ask me for a whole bunch of stuff. I don't know. Things that I want to use it for, right? I think using it to try to help me, it does have access to, I don't have it open right now, an Excel sheet. In there, I'm writing like my quest down, the amount of experience, the amount of copper it gives me. So it's a data pool, and that's it, right? And that's where the balancing is going to come in. I'm going to enter this, right? And I will be like, well, see, I just made the sheep shears. Okay. 30. It needs to be the sword. Anyways, I'll use it for balancing. I don't know. Like I said, I'm iffy about trying to start using it for code because I don't feel like I know the coding well enough to be able to check anything. Right? I mean, we live in starting, the beginning of the AI age, and I want to know what I'm doing first. So I'm going to be a little hesitant in trying to use it for that. That is all. All right, there we go. So now let's start the game. This should appear in my bag, and we'll just take a look at what it looks like. You could start with the GM error output and the code you think has the code you are trying to execute. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I would have to copy over probably the code for it, and I don't know. The models reference outdated versions. I guess you would have to update it. Because right now, most AIs, I think, are on the data set that ended in January. So they don't have anything new. You would need to reference it and tell it to go look at the newest version. That kind of stuff. So I don't know. Right now I'm okay without it. All right, let's run the game. And if I get to a point where I want to use it, it'll probably be some sort of agent, not necessarily a single LLM. So it'll be a workspace that has access to the code. So it could be able to reference everything properly. But I'm just not there yet. I'm getting better with all this. I still run into stuff like this today where it's just eluding me. I'm just struggling a little bit, and that's okay. So, yeah. Incorrect 8 bits. See, I'm struggling today. All right, we need to make the image have the origin point in the middle. And then we'll do it again. You find it makes frequent errors. See, that's what I mean. Makes frequent, like it doesn't always know. It finds frequent errors when looking at Unity code. It often recommends deprecated code. If you didn't know Unity well, you'd never catch it. See, that is my point. I don't think I know this well enough that I would necessarily catch something that is wrong. Right? So I don't want to use it yet. Also, ads are about to go off. I am going to fill up my coffee, and then we'll be back. So now's a good time. Get up, stretch, do what you need to, and I'll see you all in just a few moments. Okay. Since we are on the topic of like AI stuff, right? This, I don't know how much AI is in this. I feel like it's more of a help organize your own writings in here. Helps you with like grammar, that sort of stuff. So this is your visualization, right? I have so many stories that are filled up in notebooks and everything else upstairs, right? That I was like, well, it'd really be nice. I want to sort of get back into it and start writing again, and maybe I'll finish the book. I don't know, but I want to use something like this to help me organize my thoughts with it and start keeping the chapters and helping connect things and making it easier to follow, right? For me. But part of one of the stories or areas from that is this game. And so I want to flush out that chapter story a little bit, right? It's kind of a side quest thing, and come up with it a little better for this. In Kelvar, typically you use it in agent mode to hunt down a bug after you spend time looking for it yourself or asking math-related questions. Math-related questions, I would 100%. I would use AI. I'm like, I don't do math, not very well. I was never good at algebra. I was really good at geometry and like quantum mathematics stuff, but not algebra. I struggled at it. I even struggled a little bit at calculus too, but I mean, well, I struggled at calculus, but yeah. I was just not a math kid. Right. So, what were we doing? Oh, inventory. There. All right. That looks pretty good, right? The sword. Ignore. I expanded my inventory, by the way. It now has 6 spots on 3 on each side that are a they're going to be the item spot, meaning like your gear. You're gonna have. I'm gonna have a little icon in here for like a helmet, armor, legs, 2 other gear items, and then a sword spot or weapon spot. These are not active yet. You can see like the red selection box only works on these 12. The quick slot ones are there, but these ones are not. Like these ones work, but the blues aren't working yet. But I think that looks pretty good as far as an item. Yeah. Which means we're going to close this. We're going to open this one up. We need to make our basic weapon. So our sword, level 1. SPR sword, level 1. There. And it's only a 32 by 32 image. And don't forget, 8-bits, we need this in the middle. Got it. All right. That should be good. The player, we need to make a new one. So sword level 1. New item data. And sword. Am I matching it? Yeah. All right. Okay. That sounds like I'm changing the song. All right, we have SPR Sword 01, and it costs 20. Sure. A sword of normal quality. Yes. There. All right, so the player is always going to start with that sword. And player inventory Add item global inventory sword 1. There. All right, we're gonna run it. All right. OBS sees it. Yep. There. So we have our normal sword level 1. Sword of normal quality. This will go here. It just doesn't have a spot yet here. And then you can replace it with it. And it should work. So if we go in, we go to the bar keep right now because it's the only person that has a shop outside of the witch. I should be able to sell this. Yep. Should be able to sell that. Right? And then if I buy it back, yeah. Okay, so all the pricings works. It's set to sell. Its current cost is 20, but you sell it at 10. So you sell things at half the price. And then I am reworking the fruit items. I want them a little cleaner than these. So, yeah, I'm working on that. I did change out my currency stuff. I'm going to put that, I think, across the top. I think that'll be all right. Oops. And I am thinking I want to add kind of like a Diablo thing here. So this little camp that's right here, which I can run over top of this right now, but this little camp right here, I want to put a healer. And if you want, like, you could come down here. Once it's there, you can talk to the healer and it'll heal your character all the way up. So, but overall, we're getting pretty close with everything. So let me think. Let's walk through all the different quests. We have 1, 2, and 3, right? So those are the initial ones. First quest, first battle has the tutorial on it. You finish off the rats, the lizard folk, which are down here. I still need to finish up the trees, but the lizard folk are down here. You can go into the cave, right? So you go in the cave to finish off the skeletons, right? But it'll be darker. You're okay on the top level, so you can kill off these guys. But if you go down to the second level, you're not going to be able to see it all. And it says, hey, I can't see. Maybe there's a better way to do it. Maybe somebody in town knows. So you leave. You come back. You go turn in the quest. And Brewer starts talking about, the next one. And you're like, I can't see in there. And he talks about the wisp. And you're like, oh. And it tells you to go to the harbor. So you go, right? So you go into the next zone to the harbor to work with the Wisp, who's up here right now. It'll actually be in the cave. I just don't have the cave built yet. Then you acquire the Wisp to help you. You take the Wisp and you go into the cave, and now you can see on the second level. You fight some new enemies down there. You work your way through. You find somebody that is kind of trapped, can't see, that kind of stuff. And you help them. That person becomes your companion. And then you finish off a few enemies and you come to your first actual boss. Like Tavian will have a quest for you about this, saying, hey, I was on this quest. I would needed to kill the boss down here. Obviously, you know, did not happen. So, you do it, right? You help. And you guys split the reward. He pays you, that stuff. After this point, when you arrive and come back out, Paul, the lumberjack, will walk through town, make his way over here. You have a quest for Paul to take the sword to the blacksmith to get it sharpened, bring it down here, and bring it back to Paul, who then chops through the fallen tree here. Which I feel like this should just get moved. Maybe somewhere else. There. And I think maybe that one should go there. That might be all right. There. You'll be able to see the walkway, but this fallen tree that's right here is what Paul will, the lumberjack, will chop up. And now you're able to get into the ancient forest. I'm still working on enemies and stuff for the ancient forest. So there's that. You have a cave where the witch is. You still can't get to this area yet because the bridge isn't fixed. And yeah. I think that'll be... I'm getting there. I'm almost there. I got to finish up the cave, get the trees done in here, get the boss working, and adding in a new enemy, one or two new enemies into the second level of the cave, and I think it'll be fine. And at that point, I think it'll be really good to start doing the beta testing again. Yep. All right, so and at some point I want to start making a map. I just haven't yet. What, Arwen? And there's all kinds of little stuff I want to do, right? I want to work on the ships and make them into an object. I want to give them a updating pixel so they bob up and down by like 1 or 2 pixels, and it makes it look like it's floating on the waves. That kind of stuff. I want one that moves and then leaves. Yeah. All right. Let's go back to... There we are. Let's do a helm. Just called gear. We're going to need a new group called gear. In here, we're going to make a sprite. Helm 01, we'll make this 32. There. So now, come on. I know. There we are. I feel like that is okay. Maybe that one's your current helmet. We'll do that. Middle, center. Helm. Level 1. New. Data. There. Helm. Level 1. All right, these should probably be spaced apart. There we go. SPR. Helm. We'll make it the same cost as a sword. A helm of normal quality. There. So now we have a helm, and we're going to add it to our inventory. We can turn off the sword, the second one. Layer, inventory, add item, global inventory, helm. All right. One of the things I want to do to inventory is I want to also add in a stat sheet. Right? So when yeah, that looks pretty good. So when you open inventory, you'll have a stat sheet right here with it. And the stats will have at the top the character stuff, like your current stats with what you are wearing. Yeah. I think that'd be pretty good. All right. All right, let's get in a couple things of the armor. Right? We have a helm. Let's get all the level 1 stuff. SPR chest 1. There. And our thing is middle center. Outside of that, and I'm going to break these out more. I'm going to put them into better organization on the item page. No, that's here it is. On here, right? Yeah. There we are. All right, so we have helm, chest, gloves, we have boots, but not very many boots. And that's okay. Yeah, that'll be all right. Let's do glove. Sprite. SPR gloves 01. 32. And we'll put that one there. And now let's do the boots for level 1. Okay. Boots. SPR boots 01 32 there. So now if we go into item data all the way down here, or we need to make all of this stuff first. Gear, we have helm level 1. We have chest level 1. New item data. Chest. Level 1. Chest. Level 01. SPR chest 20. I'll keep everything the same cost right now for the level 1 gear. A chest piece, a chest piece of normal quality. And good morning, Starfish. Somebody here heard the barking, and look who just came over. Girl. All right, Sophie. Thank you, Starfish, for the Sophie treat. There she goes. All right. I'm doing well. My brain's not quite working on the code level today. So I was struggling this morning with some actual like heavier code stuff that I don't know. It's broken. It's just not working, but it's fine. I'm like, I'll figure it out. It's just going to take me longer. That tongue. Yeah. So because she only has 4 teeth, her tongue has started, like, it hangs to the side, right? Because of the not having the teeth there. So that's why. That's okay, but also sorry because you don't understand it either. It's okay. It's okay. Don't feel bad. All right. So what we are doing right now is we've added in a few different like gear items. Helm, chest, gloves, boots. That's kind of the thing, right? So next is a set of gloves, level 1, new item data. Anyways, how are you doing this morning? Oh, you'll like this. So was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday, Jeepin and I took a little bit of time. We downloaded some of the new maps for Mecha Chameleon. We tested, like, checked them out. They are pretty cool. There's a lot of room, lots of things to do and hide, and yeah, they are really, really cool. We also identified if somebody joins that does not have it, when we start the game and we attempt to, like, have it, it will automatically notify the other person that, hey, this one has a mod. They have to click it. It takes them quickly to the Steam page. They hit subscribe, and you subscribe to the new map, and it's almost like instant. And now you have it, and then you can join the game. How many are there approximately? There's a lot. There's over 40 maps now. People are making maps. So I got 4 of them. Well, now she has 4. So we have the Minecraft one, just a regular Minecraft one, I think. We have the Tiny Tina one. We have the Viking dinner one. We have the police office. We have that one. And then there was a couple others that I got. So when the next time we do it, you'll just have to say okay, and it downloads it for you, and you're good. So yeah. Was it? What? My brain just broke. What? That's right. You said yesterday, and you was saying, hey, you do it, but 2D. You said what? Yeah. Oh, for me to make a map. Yeah, you can't make it in 2D. I did look. I did try to figure it out, but you can't. The reason is it has to be a 3D map, so you could go around all sides of the object. I would love to make a map. I think it would be really cool. I think it's only in Unreal, but let's check. Yeah, Mecha Chameleon is built using Unreal Engine 5. So, I don't know anybody that's really using Unreal. But if we had somebody making maps, that would be fun. It's not hard. My brain is just not braining today. So it's okay. All right. And I think Kelvar, you use it's Unity, right? If you're still there. Yeah, it's Unity. Yeah, we need somebody that uses Unreal to make the map. If I took the time, maybe I could figure out it, but then you got to make all the objects in there. I don't know. I don't know. All right. So what I'm doing right now in this game is I am entering new gear, right? So the standard set of gears, what you start with. Yep. So now we need a set of boots. Level 1. New item data. Yeah, everybody's brains is broken today, which is fine. It's fine, you know. What's this? Boots level 1. And boots level 1. SPR boots. We'll make it 20, and its description is boots of normal quality. There we are. You should have seen her. Yes, Jeepin was half asleep when we sat on the balcony. True. She had the little head nod and was just like, okay. Yes. I just I made sure the drink didn't drop. That's it. She can nod off all she wants. All right. Let's do this. And let's change this to chest level 1. We'll add this to gloves level 1 and boots level 1. Yeah, it was almost. We still had to watch a episode of Resident Alien and now we only have one episode left in the season 4, and we're gonna have to wait for season 5 again now. So we'll be watching the last one, I think maybe tonight, and that's it. All right, we have all new items. We're going to go ahead and start the game and see. Oh, wait. Oh, no, I did it right. Yeah, Resident Alien. It's really a really good show. So. Does she work today? No. She streams today. After my stream, I'm gonna start work on we bought a grill, so I'm gonna put it together so that I can cook burgers and stuff outside. So after stream, I'm gonna put that together. Then she streams somewhere around 12:30. Is probably gonna go till about 4:30. And then tonight we go out for dinner, and after dinner, we're going to a speakeasy prohibition bar, right? So it's a hidden bar. You had to go to the website, get the password to get in. Yeah. And then you take the password, you go there, and you tell it to them. They take you to the back. They open up the cooler door, and you walk into a walk-in cooler. You go around in the corner on it, and you go down a whole bunch, like some stairs, to the basement, and the basement has the bar in it. It's really kind of neat. So we're gonna be doing that. Yeah, and it was built back during the Prohibition, when, you weren't allowed to have liquor and bars and that kind of stuff. So, yeah. All right, let's... I forgot to do these two items. All right. Oh, let's start over again. Yep. Middle center. I did forget these. Middle center. There. Yeah, so I don't know about Canada. But the States, when was it? was it the 30s or the 40s? 30s. When was Prohibition? Prohibition was in it lasted from 1920 to 1933. So that's when all the bars and liquor were not allowed, right? So the bar where you're going to tonight was built at least during that time. And like I said, you have to you go through you go there, you go into the convenience store, you tell them the password, they take you to the back. They open up the walk-in cooler that you let you go in. Hopefully it's an actual walk-in cooler that has stairs and not a regular one. But they take you into the back. There's a set of stairs around the corner. It takes you down into where the bar is. And it'll be a lot of fun. Also, welcome in, Hamster. How you doing? Yeah, Hamster, that's when the mob gained all their power and influence. True. All right. Let's hit I. There we go. All right. So what will be happening here is the sword is going to be probably in this slot here. There will be the helm, the chest, maybe the boots and the gloves, and I'll have one extra spot available. Game is looking good so far. Thanks. Yeah, I have these spots all hooked up, but the blues are not spots yet. And then I'm going to build the stat page so all the new gear will be able. And then this is the skill menu that I'm currently working on, right? And as you get experience, right, you'll be able to come in here and spend, for every level, you get a skill point. And you'll be able to get the skills. Also, I can't remember. Hamster, have you seen the tutorial that I set up? I can't remember. But on the very first... No? Okay. So you come in, the very first combat that you do is going to be your tutorial. So the first panel talks about the character panel. You hit space to continue. The second one shows you about the current turn. Third one talks about the action ones. And the final panel really explains the battle focus. And then it just says, thanks for learning the basic. Good luck. And that's it, right? And then you can go through and fight. So, that is the tutorial with it. Yeah, so. Anyways, that is where we are at with stuff. I've been working on updating sprites to a little better ones, right? I have a whole bunch that are blurry because I resized them. So I have this pumpkin, and this is my new pumpkin. So I need to work on new ones for all the others. The coins, I'm using these ones that I like. And trying to figure out icons for the skills. On here, oops. Whatever. I moved this somehow. These are all the new ones, right? So my skill icons. They're a little better. They are only 32 instead of the 64, but I feel like it fits the game a little bit better. Yeah. So the 64s I feel like are way too detailed. The 32s I feel like look better. So that's the size I'm going to go with. And right now I have like 4 skills in there. So slowly working on it, getting it. And there's like 6 quests that are just the 5 and 6 are almost done. Which, let me actually just close the game again. So going through here, 1, 2, and 3 are absolutely done. Quest 4, it's just about there. I do have a quest for Gleb. He's up here. So he has you on a quest, and then he gives you the tool because he likes to make tools, right? For GameMaker, but he makes tools. So his thing is he provides you a sheep shearing tool to be able to get wool. Then after a checkpoint happens, you'll come out, and Paul, the white one over here, will Paul the lumberjack walks up here, has a small quest, and then he chops down the tree here, or chops it up so that you can get into the ancient forest. There is also the harbor and the wisp you find in the cave here, which will help you see in the second level of the caves. So it's coming along. I'm probably a week, maybe 2 away. Well, maybe 2, because next weekend I'm not here. So I'll be losing some dev time there. So it's probably 2 weeks. After that, I should be ready to open this up again for beta testing. And Hamster, you are having folks play test the game today. Nice. That is awesome. But I think I'm right about the time with it, and with my stream today. So after the stream, I'm going to start putting together the new grill, which is going to be great, so that we can cook burgers and that stuff. And looking forward to it. So I'm going to do that, and then Jeepin is streaming today. I don't know what she's streaming. I think she's streaming around noon. So it'd be like in 2 hours, I think. But yeah. Anyways, that is kind of where I'm at with stuff today. This is my layout and plan that I'm thinking about trying to work with the skills. So I'm slowly getting there. And like I said, I got a bunch of icons that I think fit the style of the game better. So that's kind of where I'm at. It's coming along. Like I said, I think I have about 2 weeks unless I can get a bunch of stuff done today and tomorrow. But I'm gonna say 2 weeks, and the new beta testing should be ready. Now tomorrow, I am going to stream. I have work, but not until a little bit later in the morning. What do I plan on doing when this is done? When the game is done, I will find something else to work on. I can't help myself. But I think my idea, Starfish, is when I am done with version 2, version 2 might be ready to be able to put up. It'll be for sale probably on GX Games and Itch. It won't be Steam ready. There will probably have to be a version 3. So I'll do that. But after this, because this was 6 months, so this will put me to the end of September. And then I'll find something to work on for the last 3 months of the year, just so I can take a break on this, and then maybe come back and revisit and work on version 3. So, which will probably be the final version, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Anyways, Hamster, thanks for the stream. I appreciate you being here. Yeah. But I'm going to go ahead and see who is on. It's Sunday. I never know who's on Sundays. And like I said, I know Jeepin is streaming. She in maybe about 2.5 hours, somewhere around there. I don't know what she's streaming, but she's streaming. Hopefully between now and then, though, I will get the grill built, and it'll be fun. So let me see who is on and doing game dev, because everybody is playing a game today. Let's see. Okay, I think I don't see anyone really working on stuff. Silver, you made it. Welcome in to the end of stream. I am trying to see if somebody is on. And I do not see any game devs doing work today. So, what do we want to do? Do we want to go visit somebody playing a game at that point? No, blue screen all over the place. I know. Actually, I know. We'll go visit here. We'll go visit I Heart Funny Boys. Right. And Panuch, welcome in. Nice to see you. But yes, I'm ending. Hamster, somebody blue screened me. That was all. It errored out. All right, we're gonna go visit I Heart Funny Boys, see what they're up to, and that's it for today. Now tomorrow I am streaming starting at my normal time, 7 a.m. And we should be good. But I do need to go. I can't apparently snooze my ads anymore. I don't know what's going on with that. So we're going to end right out, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.